Magandang umaga, Martes! Welcome to another exciting episode of Ano Na Bev, Best Express Views on PHLV Radio and among other platforms. Follow me on Facebook at Bev Llorente NV, Twitter and IG at Bev Llorente. Okay, so in today's episode, Numbers Unveiled. A very special guest all the way from the island of California, United States of this America. Join me as we welcome Dr. Peter Esperanza. Yay! Ayan. So, Dr. Peter is a renowned mathematician, an incredibly captivating pedagogue. Diba? Master teacher lang naman po yun. Master teacher and educator. Ayan, welcome to Ano Na Bev, Dr. Peter Esperanza.
Hi, Bev. Thank you so much for having me here on your show. And to all our viewers, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all of you.
Oh, yeah. Live and alive and very well live.
Yes. Yes.
Talaga. So, in this episode, we are diving deep into the reel of mathematical wonders where logic meets elegance and complexity dances with simplicity. We are also unlocking the secrets of numbers, formulas, and mind-bending concepts all through the lens of our brilliant genius guest. Talagang genius! So get your unsolved math problems ready because Number Bender is here. Live! Na live! Na live! Na live! Peter, so let's go on.
Yes.
You inspired countless students with your unique ability to make complex concepts accessible and super fascinating. What was your formula?
Well, we're talking about inspiring students who are appreciating how I make complex math concepts simple. It's all because of my formula that I would say P squared equals M, which means practice squared is equal to mastery. Because growing up, I wasn't really good at mathematics, and that is basically how or what my philosophy is in teaching. I am seeing or I'm teaching through the lens of students who are struggling in mathematics because I was
Among them. I was one of them before.
I was one of them before. I struggled in mathematics. I struggled with my multiplication table. I struggled so badly with my integers, especially addition and subtractions of positive and negative numbers. But through perseverance and I guess maturity, I was able to decipher the codes and language of mathematics.
But wasn't it hard? Because your focus is not into it, and then all of a sudden, what was the waking up moment? What is the turning point of I need to do this because this is important, or I need to understand this because I need to pass?
Exactly, I need to pass because when I was in college, I was offered to take BS Mathematics and Computer Application in DLSU, and that's the only course that I can take because I did not get the course that I wanted. So I had no choice. Pero kailangan ko daw kunin yung course, so I took the course. And that's the challenge because it's like joining a singing competition without the talent of singing. And basically yun yung analogy ko. So para ako napunta sa tawag ng tanghalan pero hindi ako marunong kumanta, but I have to do it and I need to do it. So that's how I was in college and I need to survive. So what I did was I applied the concept of Taekwondo. I know it's a little crazy because I used to do Taekwondo when growing up, and in Taekwondo it's all about drills, practice, drill, practice until you master a certain skill.
Yes.
And that clicks to me. So maybe I just need to practice every day, repeat all the steps every single time, and I'll be able to master it. And that's what happened. So every time I have a specific math concept that I cannot understand, all I need to do is just to redo all the problems that I did already and just keep on repeating it over and over and over again until magsawa ako at magmukha na ako sirang plaka, and that worked. So
wow, P2 equals M, huh?
P2 equals M.
My husband can relate to that because he used to be in a Taekwondo field too.
Oh, yes, Taekwondo,
diba?
yes. Taekwondo and mathematics, it matches.
Kasi, di ba, math is perceived as an abstract and challenging subject to many, you know. So like when you were growing up, you know, talagang elementary days or high school days, was math your favorite subject at all?
Math was my Waterloo. All my classes are like A's and 90s, but math, I'm always like pasang-awa. And,
Like 84, 85?
84, 85. Pero hindi pa naman nagka-run na 70. But I know, I knew back then, growing up, na bobo talaga ako sa math. BS math, bobo sa math, which
Bobo
is...
sa math.
Yeah, totoo.
BSM.
BSM talaga ako, bobo sa math. And yet, nung college, tinake ko is BS Mathematics. And
Wow.
Siguro at that time, I was too young and I don't exactly know what I want to do in life. And I was thinking, I wasn't good at mathematics. Why not take a course that I'm not good at and master it and conquer it?
Ayan.
That was my idea. And I'm not recommending it to our students because it requires a lot of resiliency and maturity to be able to succeed and see that you can really go through the process of mastering something that you're really not good at. But yung end goal is to get a diploma. And also, at that time, I know na yung mathematics is the language of computers or computing. And I know that I don't have any specific talent or skills that I know I could hone, and I know that mathematics is achievable because it's just a pen and paper, and I know that my key to success and key to achieving all my dreams and goals is to be good in something, and that is numbers.
And look
And
at
it
you
worked.
now. Voila.
It worked,
Number
yeah.
Vendors has
The
how many?
Number Vendor.
300,000 subscribers, and you have so many millions of viewers from all over the world. Diba? So throughout your teaching career, what are some of the most fascinating mathematical concepts you have come across that up to now intrigues you?
There are a lot, and well, just to give you a few of them, like the value of the p or the p-value, or even the concept of irrational numbers or the numbers that you cannot rely on, and the concept.
What are those numbers?
Well, irrational numbers are basically numbers that are non-repeating, or one example of it is any numbers that is, or square root of negative numbers. That's imaginary numbers, and that numbers is a number that does not exist. And it fascinates me that at that time, because I wasn't good at math at that time, I was realizing that there are certain numbers that does not exist, and you understanding the concept of why it does not exist, it fascinated me, and understanding the language of an abstract concept like that, it gives me a little bit of confidence knowing that there is something
That you know the
that I
answer.
know that most people are not understanding, and that's my goal, to help students understand the abstract concept of mathematics. And,
Galing, yeah. So, math has numerous real-world applications from physics, engineering, diba? So, to finance, especially now, diba? In cryptography. You're familiar with that too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So share us some examples of how mathematical principles are used in practical settings.
Oh, a lot. Well, basic finance,
Ayan.
basic finance skill for people to understand the negative numbers multiplied by a positive number is still a negative number is going to be helpful for people who are making car payments. Try not to go to the red numbers, because if you don't
Make
pay
payments, yeah.
on time, you'll get a penalty, and that the concept of the negative numbers and the integers comes into play for that specific reason. And also
Your thoughts on the Rampanalo, your recent trending Rampanalo comment.
I know
commentary views.
The Rampanalo segment of It's Showtime, it did not only entertain me, but it's an eye opener for me, because growing up, as I've mentioned, I hated positive and negative numbers. For me at that time, it was a very abstract concept. Actually, umiyak ako nung tinuturo sa amin yung addition and subtraction of positive and negative numbers, because for the life of me, hindi ko makuha. I cannot understand the concept of a positive number minus a negative number is a negative number, but sometimes it's also a positive numbers, and it's a concept that is
Confusion,
really
yes.
abstract to me at that time. And then Rampanalo happened, and Vice Ganda is explaining the concept of negative numbers not as a rule, but as a concept of decreasing something, or meron kang mas lalaki yung utang mo dahil dito. It's making mathematics an abstract concept and very confusing concept in mathematics.
Understandable.
Making it understandable to the masses,
Correct.
especially the kids, and
Yes.
and seeing that, I was like, why not create a reaction video and make it known that in this little segment that is entertaining the whole world and keeping people on their toes, thinking if they're going to get more money or negative money, explain the concept that that is very helpful for students who have math anxiety. Na nakakatulong yung show sa mga estudyante na siguro kung ako, nung bata ako, meron akong Rampanalo, hindi na ako iiyak sa lesson ko sa mathematics on integers kasi mas maiintindihan ko yung concept dahil doon sa napanood ko sa Rampanalo. And that's why I made a reaction video to encourage people who are watching the show na malaking tulong sa mga bata, especially math anxiety, yung concept ng positive and negative numbers sa Rampanalo na through exciting games and the influence of the Vice Ganda is helping a lot of kids.
Or in the show.
And the show itself. So kudos to the creator of the creative
Rampanalo.
people of Rampanalo
Yeah,
and
yay.
taking a gamble of using mathematics for a game show that would entertain, because it's difficult. Even in a classroom, it's very difficult to think of motivational strategy to keep your students engaged. And yet, it's
engaged.
Showtime was able to do it.
Ayan. Yay, Showtime. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Diba? So are there any misconceptions or myths about mathematics that, you have encountered?
As an educator for over 20 years, I'm not going to dive into the technical or abstract concept of mathematics, but for most people, they would think that if they're not good at math, they cannot be an engineer anymore. They cannot be an accountant anymore.
A
They cannot
musician.
be a computer science anymore because they suck at math. But that is a misconception, because mathematics, our brain, it requires maturity. And understanding mathematics and having that number sense, sometimes you just need to be patient and you need to wait for your brain to develop. Just like me, I was able to appreciate mathematics when I was teaching it already. But when I was still a student, it's just all pure foreign symbols to me. But once you get a little bit mature, you understand the concept of abstract concept of numbers, and you'll appreciate more. So for people who are saying, I'm not going to be able to become an engineer because I'm not good at math, that is a misconception, because no matter how bad you are in mathematics, if you put the p squared equal to m formula, practice squared is equal to math expertise, it's going to help you, and you will be surprised how mathematics is beautiful and
It's
can
a
give you a lot
language.
of money.
Leave it out. Of course, it's numbers.
It can give you a lot of money.
Lots of
and
Benjamin Franklins out there.
Exactly.
Diba? So, as technology continues to advance, how do you see mathematics evolving and adapting to these changes? Ikaw.
As I've mentioned, mathematics is the language of computing.
Correct.
And technology will not
AI,
advance without
yes.
numbers. We have AI now, we have Chat GPT. Just remember that the cell phones, iPhones that you are using right now, it's not going to materialize without the power of numbers. And why we're able to broadcast like an exciting interview
Yes.
and show like this to the world, it's a product of numbers and how we manipulate and use numbers to be able to advance technology just like what we have right now.
Ayan, and when you return on Bev, a mathematical journey with Dr. Peter Esperanza, more revealing relevance in our everyday lives and its impact on our understanding. This is Numbers Unveiled with Dr. Peter Esperanza. Yay!
Thank you, Bev.
Ayan.
We've represented over 100,000 people in my career. The thing that stands out when I represent Filipino Americans is the love that they have for their family. The Richard Harris Law Firm, just in case. A lot of slick advertising may look like the lawyer is a very good lawyer. The proof is in the results. The Richard Harris Law Firm, just in case.
Sabi ng patients ko, they don't need a colonoscopy because they don't feel anything. But colon cancer is a silent killer. It affects both men and women, mayaman man o mahirap. Have your colon checked.
Mobile Home Health, providing care in the comfort of your own home.
Serving Southern Nevada is our top priority.
And it's our greatest joy to help others stay safe and enjoy a better quality of life at home.
Because health is wealth.
Your head is a part of your whole body, just like your heart and the rest of your body. Huwag kang mahihiya dahil hindi ka nag-iisa. I'm your nurse practitioner, Christina Pajara, advocating for mental health. Educate yourself and others. Choose empowerment. Call today.
Ang minahal mong drama, parating na sa California. Mas pinalaki at mas pinasaya. G Capabilia presents Sanjo Marudo, Francine Diaz, Seth Fedelin, Janine Gutierrez with John Arcilia and Desi Tomas, featuring Jed Madela in his 20th anniversary concert spectacle. Enjoy star-studded performances, the Star Hunt auditions, booths, games, and prizes, and a chance to take a photo with the stars. Dirty Linen sa America, this August 26 at the Memorial Auditorium, Sacramento Convention Center. Get your tickets now or contact your nearest ticket agent. Buong puso ang saya sa G Capabilia. Brought to you by, presented by, and our platinum sponsor.
Welcome back to Ano Na Bev, Best Express Views with Dr. Peter Esperanza. The beauty and power of mathematics. Get ready to sharpen your mind and expand your mathematical horizons. Ayan. So, Peter, let's talk about statistics.
Yeah.
The statistics are out on NAEP long-term trend assessment, diba? So the scores from the National Centers for Education Statistics is 11% down in math for learning loss. Oh, diba nag-research ako?
Yes.
So what advice would you give to someone who is struggling with mathematics and finding it really difficult to grasp certain concepts? Or how they can develop a stronger foundation in the subject?
Well, for me, for students, a strong support in the family is one thing. I know there's a lot of factors on why the scores are that
Low.
way, well, the low, and it's not just in America, but it's across the world, and the reason is not making a connection, and connection is extremely important in learning mathematics. Just to give you a little example, like learning algebra, calculus, and trigonometry, those are the core subjects for high school students that most students are very scared of. And the reason is because they have developed certain math anxiety growing up. And if they can only make a connection, for example, fractions, as simple as understanding simplifying fractions that, like, 2 over 4 is equal to 1 over 2, can help you understand why the limit does not exist, or it exists when it approaches a certain number. I know I'm sounding like I'm speaking in a foreign language, but it is. Mathematics is a foreign language. And if you're able to connect or make a connection to something that you are familiar with, like fractions, you'll be able to understand the concept of calculus a little better, because your brain, just like a muscle, it's all muscle memory, and being able to harness some of the skills that you already had growing up would help you and diminish math anxiety and be able to appreciate mathematics a little better. And of course, decrease students being scared of numbers and thinking that mathematics is an impossible subject to love.
Frightening subject to love, but it's not
Yes.
po, di ba? Love math. So
Love
mathematics play a crucial role in solving complex problems and of course making informed decisions. So how can we encourage more people, especially young students out there, to develop appreciation for mathematics and, practical applications?
To develop mathematics, as social media.
Okay, social media.
Most students or most kids right now are very aware of the number of likes or the number of views of a certain video. They tend to watch videos with number of or has a high number of people viewing it. That is statistics, and if they can understand and appreciate the power they have, that for example, if they're working on a homework and they see two videos, one video has only 5 views and the other one has 250 views, they would most likely go watch a math video of the same subject, the same topic with 250 views. It's because they're understanding the concept of numbers, and it's encouraging because they're seeing that data is important in this world, and social media. I know it's a double-edged sword, but if they're understanding the concept of statistics and numbers, they'll be able to use it better and appreciate what they're enjoying
And use it for their advantage.
And use it for their advantage.
Yes,
Exactly.
Very well said. So ngayon naman, really your insights are really beautiful. So another views that comes to practical applications naman sa mga magulang, diba? Because sometimes access to tutorials, access to lessons are limited to other parents. How do we encourage them?
This is the pandemic. Just to
Yes.
give you an example, I know we experienced so many bad things during the pandemic, but one good thing that happened about the pandemic is parents are able to use or able to learn how to use YouTube to learn math.
Correct.
So that they can teach their students algebra or basic multiplication problems.
Correct.
And that's true because of my YouTube channel. Most of the comments that I'm receiving during the pandemic are from parents. Parents who are trying to learn algebra so they can help their kids to learn algebra at home. And that's one thing that parents and grown up can help to be able to basically help students or help
Aid
their
them.
children to appreciate and understand mathematics.
Ayan. So, alam mo, anywhere we go, math really plays a crucial role in solving all kinds of problems in life. That's
Yes.
always a credo, right? So, of course, making informed decisions. So, how can we encourage a lot of other young students out there pa to like math, like based on your experience before growing up? Kasi in the Philippines, diba, we have to memorize the multiplication table.
Yes.
3 times 3, 9.
Yes.
7 times 7. I'm kidding.
Yes.
Diba?
With a ruler.
Ruler.
Because yeah.
Diba, may
In the
may
80s,
table, diba? You have the
ruler to
multiplication
hit
table.
the fingers with a ruler. Pero dati pa yun kasi
Wala nang
uso
ganon.
pang ruler noon. Pero ngayon bawal na ang ruler para
Correct.
magturo ng multiplication table. But I grew up with the ruler, and to be able to memorize the multiplication table, you need to.
You have that at the back of the notebook, diba?
Oh, yeah,
1,
notebook.
2, 3, 4. Tapos yun yung multiplication table mo. You cross.
Yun din yung gusto kong i-share sa mga parents natin. Mastery of the multiplication table is actually key for students to be able and develop appreciation of mathematics, because dun lang sa simple na mastery ng multiplication ng students hindi na maaaligaga sa pag-answer what is 7 times 6. And they'll be like,
Hindi na magbibilang.
di na magbibilang.
Kasama ng mga toes.
Yes. So, understanding the multiplication table and unlocking the power of the multiplication table, as simple and basic as that, will help
Everybody.
their children to appreciate mathematics better.
Ang galing. Beautiful insights, Peter. Our deepest gratitude to you, of course, for sharing your expertise, your wit, your enthusiasm, your ability to make event the most complex concepts accessible and fascinating. You are really the number bender.
Thank you, Bev.
We hope you enjoyed this numerical journey. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep bending those numbers. Subscribe na!
We've represented over 100,000 people in my career. The thing that stands out when I represent Filipino Americans is the love that they have for their family. The Richard Harris Law Firm, just in case. A lot of slick advertising may look like the lawyer is a very good lawyer. The proof is in the results. The Richard Harris Law Firm, just in case.
Sabi ng patients ko, they don't need a colonoscopy because they don't feel anything. But colon cancer is a silent killer. It affects both men and women, mayaman man o mahirap. Have your colon checked.
Mobile Home Health, providing care in the comfort of your own home.
Serving Southern Nevada is our top priority.
And it's our greatest joy to help others stay safe and enjoy a better quality of life at home.
Because health is wealth.
Your head is a part of your whole body, just like your heart and the rest of your body. Huwag kang mahihiya dahil hindi ka nag-iisa. I'm your nurse practitioner, Christina Pahara, advocating for mental health. Educate yourself and others. Choose empowerment. Call today.
Ang minahal mong drama parating na sa California. Mas pinalaki at mas pinasaya. G Kapamilya presents Sanjo Marudo, Francine Diaz, Seth Fedelin, Janine Gutierrez with John Arcilia and Desi Tomas, featuring Jed Madela in his 20th anniversary concert spectacle. Enjoy star-studded performances, the Star Hunt auditions, booths, games, and prizes, and a chance to take a photo with the stars. Dirty Linen sa America, this August 26 at the Memorial Auditorium, Sacramento Convention Center. Get your tickets now or contact your nearest ticket agent. Buong puso ang saya sa G Kapamilya. Brought to you by, presented by, and our platinum sponsor.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.
PHLV.